And we have both teams here bringing in their crews at around 50 kilometers away from the beacon, but it's quite an acute angle, so it's going to be a tight warp in for them. Whether or not that's going to tell with one team wanting to kite back a lot more than the other, we're going to see once this match kicks off.
Yep, we have 30 seconds till the match starts, and something to call out is the Executor pilot, Nika Noiser. I'm pretty sure he is the captain for the Southern Otters team, but he's a pretty good pilot both on TQ and in these tournaments, so keep an eye on his piloting.
Yes, he demonstrated already today with his burst piloting that he knows what he's doing in terms of getting away from DPS.
Yep, and as the match starts, we're going to be watching what these pilots plan on doing. Obviously, I think it's pretty clear that the Footwork team will be kiting compared to the Southern Otters team.
But surprisingly, we see their Talwar and their Merlin already going straight in, whereas the other members of their team seek to get transversal immediately. Caracal burning hard to the side. That that Oracle going quite slowly and taking a lot of damage already.
Yeah, they're trading blows quite equally. The Megathron is already in armor, but he's catching reps rather easily. This Oracle needs to get moving, otherwise he's going to take too much damage and just get volleyed off the field.
Yeah, so even trades is not going to work out for a team that's without Logi compared to one that is. Some damage splashed onto that Algos, but it seems to still be focused on that Megathron for now, trying to get through big, easy-to-hit target while they've still got all their DPS up.
Yeah, and I believe it was pointed out earlier how when you have a Logi on your team, you want the match to last longer, versus when you don't, you want to end it as soon as possible. The Oracle, I think... Go on.
I was going to say, surprisingly here, we're actually seeing Southern Otters being the ones that are pulling back, whilst the Footwork team, who you were saying might be wanting to kite, are pushing in towards them. Probably trying to get the most out of their DPS while they still have it, and Otters know that if they can just keep the range, they can make that Logi into a huge force multiplier.
Yeah, and they're actually now applying to the Executor, which I think is a pretty solid pick, because it levels the playing field if you take out their Logi. The Oracle is actually regenerating shields, so it's clear they've switched all their DPS to this Talwar now. He's holding barely in structure, yeah.
Yeah, that Talwar has just taken another volley through its shield and should be down quickly. Damage back on that Oracle, though, as it's chunking through the rest of its armor. And if they can take that down, it's a hell of a lot of the DPS from that Footwork team. It's as much as the Apocalypse, if not a little bit more.
Yeah, and they're still applying at least all that they can on this Executor. You can see actually the Oracle shooting at him, and I believe this Caracal as well. I saw her fly in really close. But there are a bunch of rep bots on this Executor. I don't know if stream can actually see that, but there's a lot of Logi drones.
Yes, and that Oracle drops down now, and that's going to be a huge hit. Talwar going down as well, and this is potentially we're going to see Southern Otters trying to stabilize at this point. They've got a lot of the DPS off the field, and now they are definitely in an advantageous state.
Yeah, if they were barely able to take down the Executor with full 5, it's going to be even more difficult for them with just 3. This Merlin shows tackled as well, even though he's not taking damage. It looks like they're switching to the APOC.
Merlin is actually stripped through most of its shields. If they could get the damage on it, wouldn't be too hard to take down now, because that's most of its tank. But we're seeing the Rifter has got tackle onto that Apocalypse, got Scram, got the web. That Apocalypse is just going to be sitting still for the DPS of Southern Otters to slam into it now.
Yeah, and I believe we pointed out earlier the difference between some of these tackle frigates, and the Rifter is one of the few with both Scram and web. So there's not much this Apocalypse can do once he's tackled besides attempt to shoot at his opponents, which really isn't going to do much since he's kind of left out here alone.
And I think I know why that Merlin has lasted as long as it was. It was tackling down that Prophecy, trying to keep the heavy tackle off of their APOC. That Prophecy is carrying rapid light missile launchers. We've been on reload, they've come back off and just wiped that Merlin out. Now we're potentially going to see a tackle swap coming in, with that Prophecy taking over a tackle on the Apocalypse, and that Rifter will maybe looking at going out and grabbing that Caracal, who's very close to the edge of the arena at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what she's doing. I wonder, it looks like maybe this Megathron has been using her out. It looks like the closest ship to her, so I'm not sure why she's so far out, because if she could get rid of this Rifter, that would free up the Apocalypse so that he could be free, but now, obviously, you have this Prophecy also sitting on his face.
And that, yes, there we see it. Prophecy's taken over. Rifter's potentially moving out to screen, but it's just spiting me now and going back towards the apocalypse.
Yeah, APOC is dropping rather quickly. I think with when the Oracle and the Tower died, all hopes of victory died with them.
We're seeing big damage go onto the Algos and the Rifter, though. Good work from Nikinozi trying to keep both of them stable at this point, and that's going to be the key to getting a dominating victory at this point, because pretty solid going to be a victory for Sudden Otters, but they're going to want that extra point, and it's going to come in keeping those Rifters and keeping that Rifter and Algos up against the Rapid Light Missile spam of that Caracal.
Yeah, for sure, especially because these Rifters and the Algos will take so much damage, but I believe from another match with Nasty Boys, when they had their dominating victory, they went from, I believe, the bottom to the top. So these dominating victories can really, really add up in the end. Now we just have Lady Erin left in her Caracal. I'm not sure if she'll be able to kill that Rifter, and Algos looks like the regenerating shield, so she might be on the reload.
Michael has gone back on from the Caracal, and we're going to have to see them be very careful. No, okay. Was worried that Caracal was about to head towards the edge of the ring and try and get the Rifter potentially with a boundary violation. Can be done. You sit very close to it. Tackle frigate comes in and it's going to overshoot you slightly unless it's piloting very well, which that Rifter is. It has not gone, barely gone past that Caracal, and it's got it locked down now for the DPS to finish it off.
Yeah, and she's primarying the Algos, which I'm not sure is a smart play, because the Rifter is sitting right next to her and doesn't have, it's obviously far away from this Executor, so reps will be, in their fall off. She is almost out of shields, in which case she will drop very quickly.
On the other hand, the Algos has barely much more tank than the Rifter. It's pretty much academic at this point, and it pretty much was anyway. That's the Caracal down, and a dominating victory for Sudden Otters to end the day. So we'll hand it back to the desk.